Hey ink drinkers, welcome to my Summer Spooks vlog. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me here. If you're new, my name is Em, and I love dark and twisty reads, so Summer Spooks is the perfect event for me. I decided to vlog my way through it, and we have E.D. Lewis at Nocturnal Reviews to thank for this amazing event. I have gone over all the details of this event in my Summer Spooks Possibilities video, so if you'd like to know more, definitely check that out. Or, if you prefer, go straight to the source. Edie's channel will be linked below as well. So I'm starting this vlog a few days into the event. It started on the 21st and it is the 25th. Oops. But I have enjoyed a couple movies that I'd like to talk about.
Scotty, don't stop shooting no matter what.
Even if Frogman tries to eat you?
Especially if Frogman tries to eat me.
The first movie I watched was Frogman, and what a wild ride it was. This was a movie that I learned about through Robbie Miles' channel, Miles of Horror, and I didn't really know what to expect. I did not expect to be as spooked as I was. That was a pleasant surprise. So this follows a group of people, 3 people, that are going back to the woods of Ohio to find the Frogman. The leader of this group is a guy who saw the Frogman way back when he was a kid, and he caught that on video on his little camcorder. And so he wanted to go back with that very camcorder and film a documentary interviewing the locals about Frogman, kind of digging into this supposed cult that existed in this town and all sorts of interesting things. So the first half of the movie didn't quite reel me in. Not fully. I was invested enough to continue watching, but some of the acting kind of knocked me out of it a little bit. I feel like the acting chops were a little uneven. Some people were better at this than others, but that's not to say it wasn't a great movie. It was definitely worth my time, and I'd watch it again for sure. So this is a found footage movie, and so you're getting like the camcorder footage as well as cell phone footage and really weird angles, things like that, which is something that I used to absolutely hate, I thought, but I feel like it works for these types of movies, and I found that I really enjoyed it. So I feel like it was a little bit cheesy in the beginning. I mean, the whole thing could be cheesy, I guess, but so much fun as well. But like the whole premise in the beginning, some parts were quite cheesy, which is fine. I'm not complaining. So the first half was basically getting to know these characters and leading up to the big search for Frogman. And I have to tell you, without spoilers, that once they were in the woods and looking around for Frogman, on a very serious level, it got really good. You start hearing the sinister croaking that's coming from the Frogman. They cannot place where it's coming from. It feels like it's all around them. It was so creepy. I did not in a million years expect to be so creeped out by this Frogman character, but I was. That was excellent. There's also a lot of like extra things going on in this movie. The cult, like I said, there's like kind of wizardry things going on. There's maybe some kidnapping things going on. That's where I'll end my discussion on this movie as far as the contents go, because I don't want to spoil it for you. But it was a wild ride, and I love the movie cover, the poster, whatever you call it. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. I based my graphics for Summer Spooks on this cover. I just love it so much. So I definitely want to visit it again. I feel like the main character was probably my favorite because he was so determined to find Frogman and prove to the world that he exists. And he was somewhat of a melancholy dude, but he could let go now and then. He was just a whole lot more serious than his friends. I don't know. I enjoyed his character, and I think he did an excellent job. So, the second movie that I watched is a classic horror movie, and it is one of my all-time favorites. And it still reigns as one of my favorites. So, good thing, hey. Okay, so this was 1974's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I love it. It's so, like, the vibes are just amazing. I love what the girls wear in this. I mean, the guys' clothes too. I just love the whole, like, 70s vibe, the van, everything. And the horror aspect of it, the slashery part, is great too. The one thing that I'm just, like, kind of blown away by is how much screaming there is. Like, these girls, how they didn't destroy their their throats with all the screaming they did in this movie is beyond me. They did an excellent job, and they lasted a good long while with considering how much they screamed. Like, I don't know how many takes it took. I didn't see anything about behind the scenes and things like that, but I don't know. I'm just super impressed with the amount of screaming, because I scream a tiny bit and I'm hacking up a lung, you know? It's just, they've got skills. Anyway, I highly recommend this if you have not seen it. I'm not going to say a lot about it just because everyone knows about this movie. And if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Unless you don't like horror and slashers, then don't watch it. But it was great. Okay, so I just finished reading Strange Weather by Joe Hill, which had nothing to do with this event, but it took me a while to read, so I'm finally diving into my first read for this event, which is Dead and Gone by Charlaine Harris, Book 9 in the Sookie Stackhouse series. Super excited about this. This is the last book I have on my shelves, so I need to locate the rest. There are 13 books in this series. So I've got to do some hunting, but I'm really excited to dive into this. It's a comfort series for me. I finished this last one, From Dead to Worse, recently and really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 5 stars. So we'll see what I think of the next one. Hello, I just finished Dead and Gone, and so we have completed the first part of Summer Spooks. I plan on diving into another book for part 2, so stay tuned for that. I absolutely loved this. I feel like the series is getting better and better in my mind. It has veered so far off the show that it just feels like an exciting new adventure, which I love. A new adventure with familiar characters. Sookie is sunshine in a bottle. Sunshine personified. Sunshine and warmth. I just absolutely love this character. I love how strong she is when she needs to be, how loving she is, how kind she is, and that kind of inner conflict she experiences when she chooses herself, because I can relate to that. Like, choosing myself is a hard thing to do. I feel a lot of guilt and whatnot, but a lot of her going that route is self-preservation over anything else. But she is a selfless and wholesome and wonderful person, even if she does mingle with creatures of the night. So I really love this series. I can't say much else about it because obviously, being all the way in book 9, anything I say about this particular story would be a spoiler to anyone who hasn't reached this point in the series. That has completed all the books I have on my shelves for the Sookie Stackhouse series, so I do need to go on the hunt and find the next book. I think I'm going to buy them one at a time if I buy them new. Otherwise, if I get lucky and find them in a thrift store of some sort, then I'll be set. But right now, I just plan on buying one at a time to complete my collection. Up next is The Burial Plot. I'm really excited about this. Everybody knows it. Love this cover, love the premise, so I am going to dive in. I have decided to break my vlog up into 2 parts since this is a 2-week event. My mouth doesn't want to work right now. So I am going to end it here and say to be continued.